So to get going, I'm going to be using this beautiful wool. I love these colors so much. It is a Kismet brand, making everyday Mandela Day. So I guess it's South African. The 67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day. The name of the wool is Ocean Sunset. Isn't it lovely? And it says to use a 5mm hook. I'm going to go up a size because I'm wanting to make the size slightly bigger. So I'm going to use a size 6mm. And yeah, this is the wool we're using. Absolutely love it. And I love how the colors change and it's so nice and bright for winter. I love it. All right, so let's get going. And to get started, we're going to do a magic ring. And I will put a link for my tutorial for a magic ring in the descriptions, but I will go through it quickly. It's pretty easy. You're going to do an X on your forefingers, take your hook under the first thread, over the second, and with your hook, pull through, turn it over, and you can hold it with your thumb and your forefinger just to keep it in place there while you do a chain. That secures it. All right, so there you've got your magic ring, and you're going to be working into this circle for your first round. And to start your first round, you're going to do another 2 chains. So there we've got our first double crochet, and we're going to make 5 clusters into this magic ring. So these 3 chains make up your first double crochet, and a cluster is made up of 3 double crochets. So we're going to do the next one and the next one, and we've got our first cluster, and then in between each of these clusters we're going to do a chain 1 and start the next cluster. There we go. And as I said, we're going to do 5 into this circle, separated by a chain. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and at the end we will have our 5 clusters and we will finish off the first round. Here we are at the end of the first round, and we can take our short end and pull tight and close the circle in the middle, and then double check that we've got all 5 clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes. Okay, so to finish that, we are going to find the top chain that we did to make up our first double crochet here, and go into the top with our hook, and we're going to do a slip stitch here, which is pull through and pull through. Okay, so there we are. We're not in a chain 1 space, so we're going to need to move along, and to do that we're just going to go under the next 3 stitches with a slip stitch. We'll do 3 slip stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and then you will see you are in a chain 1 space here, so we can carry on and do round 2. So the pattern for round 2 is to do 2 clusters into each of these chain 1 spaces. So we're doing a big increase round, and our first double crochet, and we're going to do another 2, which makes up the first cluster, chain 1, another cluster back into that same space, and that's what we're going to do in every space. And between each of these doubles we're going to do a chain 1 space. Okay, so let's do that chain, move along, find the next spot there, in we go. Oopsie, I was doing a single crochet there, in, and do another 2 clusters. So by the end of row 2 we're going to have 10 clusters all the way around, so a big increase round, and we're going to end the same way as we did before, with the slip stitch into that first top chain of the first double crochet that we made. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that, and yeah, do round 2. At the end of round 2, this is what we should have. We should have 10 clusters, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we're going to end the same way by doing a slip stitch into this top chain there. Okay, so we're on to round 3, moving across quickly as always to get to the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, and 3. And the pattern for this next round is just to do 1 cluster into each space. So we're going to still have 10 at the end of this round. It's not an increased round, so yeah, just 1 cluster into each chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3. Chain into the next, just the 1. And it is quite important to, at the end of each round, just go back and just double check that you have done everything correctly. It's very easy to miss a double crochet in one of your clusters. So you just go back quickly and double check that everything is where it should be, and not to miss any of these spots, these spaces. Okay, so the third one, let's carry on going. As I said, we're going to still have 10 clusters at the end of this round. So let's carry on and see you at the end of the third round. And we should still have 10. Let's double check that we've got all 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's close with a slip stitch. There we go. So row 4 is not an increase round. Sorry, round 4 is an increase round. It's the last increase round, and it goes like this. All right, so here's our first double crochet, and this round we're going to alternate. First space we'll have 1 cluster, chain 1, and the second space we'll have 2, and that will be the pattern all the way around. 1 cluster, chain 1, 2 clusters, chain 1, all the way around. So at the end of this round we will have 15 clusters, and that is the last growth round for this beanie. Okay, so carry on. 1 cluster, 2 clusters, 1 cluster, 2, all the way around. So if we started with the 1, we're going to end with the double. Let's double check that everything is order. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. So we've got 15 clusters now, and we slip stitch to close. So now we've done all the increases as I mentioned, and we're just going to increase the length of the beanie from now on. And that means we're just going to do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 rounds of 1 cluster into each space. So we're going to maintain these 15 clusters and for the next 5 rounds. Okay, so let's carry on and do that. Once again, we are separating each cluster with a chain 1 space. Remembering between these 2 is one of them, so straight into there, and let's go all the way around and do our 15 clusters for our 5th round. After 5 rounds, that's what it's looking like. We're going to continue and do another 4 rounds of just 1 in each, and after that we can try it on and see if that's the length you're wanting. If you're wanting a slouchy beanie, you will obviously need more rounds, probably 4 or 5 more rounds. So let's go ahead, let's complete 5 of these maintenance rounds and get back and decide what the next step is. Okay, I have now got 11 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and it comes to just above my ear, which is perfect. So from here we are going to, here we are at the end of the 11th row. We did the first 4 with some increases in, and then from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 we have just done 1 cluster in each space, and that's what we have now. It comes just above my ear, which is what we're wanting. So now we are going to start with the ribbing. Okay, now to do the ribbing, we're going to start with a row of double crochets, a round should I say, and we're going to chain 2 to start, and then we're going to do a double crochet in that same spot, and a double crochet, oopsie, let's get there, into each stitch around. Okay, there we go, to the next one. And that's our row 12, is 1 double crochet into every stitch around. Okay, meet you at the end of this row 12. At the end of the 12th round, we've done a row of double crochets, and we're going to end by slip stitching into the top of the first chain 3, or the first double crochet, and once again we are going to chain 3, which is our first double crochet of the next row. Now we are going to do a row of back post crochet, and to do that it's very similar to a double crochet, but you're actually using the posts of the stitch as opposed to the top of them. So to do the first one, we're going to go behind that whole post, go up, grab your wool, pull through as you would. There you've got 3 on your hook, and as you do with the double crochet, you go through 2 and you go through 2. That's our first back post crochet. Now the next stitch we do is just a normal double crochet, and you do that into that space there. So right next to that back post crochet you've just done, you're going to do a normal crochet into that space. Okay, and then the next one you're going to do a back post again, and it's every second post that you're using. So you skip that one, and behind, in front, grab your thread, pull it behind that post, up. Oh, guess what I didn't do? I didn't go over. Okay, let's start again. Behind that post, up, pull through. We've got 3 on our hook, pull through 2, whoops, and pull through 2. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, start again. Okay, behind the whole post, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Okay, that's our second back post crochet, and straight after that we go into that space right next to it and do a double crochet. Okay, this is the next post we're using. Behind it, in front of it, pull your wool, 3 on the hook, pull through 2, pull through 2, use the space right next to it, use this post here, behind it, round, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, and that's the pattern for the whole of this round. Every second post you use, and then you do a double crochet into the space next to it. Okay, let's do one more. Here's the next one. Behind, front, pull through, round, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Okay, and then the last one like that, just into the space, we do a double crochet. Okay, and that's the effect you're getting. It's nice and stretchy. It looks like the ribbon, obviously, that's what it is. And we're going to do a few rows of this, at least 4, so we can have quite a nice thick ribbing. Okay, so keep going with that. I'll meet you at the end of this row number 13. Okay, end of the 13th row, we've done our first row, complete row of the back post crochet. And to finish that off, once again, you find the top chain and slip stitch, just like you would if it was plain double crochet. And then we're going to do another row just the same, so chain 3. And you're going to use the same posts so that you create a something like this, these long posts like this. So you're going to use the same posts to go behind each time, and the same posts to go next to. It'll be exactly the same as we've done before. Okay, so if we look here, this is the post we use, so we use it again. Behind that one, round, pull through, and pull through. Pull up some thread and into the space next to it. Okay, so we're going to do another 3 rounds like this, doing exactly the same, and we'll meet up when we've all got 4 rows of this back post, front post crochet. Okay, see you in a bit. I finished all the rows. I did a few more than anticipated. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in all. So that's what it looks like, and we have our hat, which matches my neck piece that I made. I do have this pattern already on a tutorial. I will link it. It's the green one, I think, but it's exactly the same pattern. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that and like your beanie. Yeah, see you soon.